What's going on, guys? James Polk here. World Championship Series will now come to a close at the time recording of this video is being posted. Now, truth be told, I honestly never really cared about reaching max level in the World Championship Series. All I care about was taking care of the missions just so I can get the gems and cashed in for some secret packs, try to make up some new decks if I can, as much as possible. But with that being said, before we get into this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And if you haven't already, hit that notification bell to keep yourself constantly updated. And let's just jump into more games from the WCS, the World Championship Series. And judging by this hand, all I can say is we're on to something. Full Bloom, Thawing Mountains, discard Vera. There's Max C. Drew into Flowering Fields, special Vera. Full Bloom, grab back Thawing Mountains. Normal summon Flowering Fields because no anti-target. Normal Rhino Heart. Toss out Merlee. Ghost Bell the Merlee. Rhino Heart over Flower Fields. Vera. Revive Flower Fields. Full Bloom. Kick back the Rhino Heart. Flourishing Hills, discard Keldo. There's Max C again. Gets the Awakening Forest. Awakening Forest, discard Thawing Mountains. Toss out another copy. Full Bloom. Kick back Thawing Mountains, which we will normal. And then the two bears assist Vera lethal. And for this next matchup, I say this is something. Normal Earth Statue. Awakening Forest. Toss out Thawing Mountains. Ash. Keeping Awakening Forest in check. Figure I'd take 2 extra cards. And this hand is not what I really wanted, but it's okay. Okay, that pretty much makes Earth Statue become useless due to the fact that the Lord Gaia is indeed an Earth. And on top of that, Vernusylph Mirror. So Earth Statue is literally useless throughout the whole matchup. Awakening Forest, ditch Vera. Toss out Flourishing Hills, revive Vera. Mind control the Earth Statue, which is never that necessary, but at the same time, this is all full damage at 57. Corolla, Vera, revive Flourishing Hills, opponent's Vera, that is. Change your heart, the Vera. Vera, take the Lord Gaia. 2 together for Osa. Osa. Take the opponent's Vera. Over Flourishing Hills. Over Earth Statue. Flowering Fields. Discard. Gaia Plate the Earth Giant. What on earth is this? Level 8 Earth Rock. 2800 attack, 1000 defense, random fun fact, Monarch stat. You can special summon this card by removing from play any 2 rock type monsters in your graveyard. During your standby phase, remove from play 1 rock type monster in your graveyard, or send this card to the graveyard. Cut the attack in half and defense of any monster that battles with this card, which is absolutely gross. And furthermore, why didn't I think of Gaia Plate in the first place? But at the same time, if you think about it, about the Gaia Plate, which I never noticed, was that if we can, also discard the Gaia Plate just so that we can get Earth Barrier statue, which is super insane. Most cases, the Vera we stole, revive Awakening Forest, Flower Fields, get Lord Gaia, special out the Gaia Plate over Vera, and I'm surprising Gaia Plate did not attack Asa, but at the same time, he was stuck in any situation. Asa, revive Vera again. Vera, take control of Gaia Plate, Awakening Forest, assist Gaia Plate because of Corolla, and then it's all lethal. And this next matchup, this hand, it's definitely something. Flourish Shells, ditch Changing Seasons. Grab Vera, revive Flourish Shells. Also, ditch Vera for Agido. Awakening Forest, discard Agido. Toss out Kelbeck, revive Vera, mill 10. Nothing as it seems. Okay, Labyrinth. Ariana, the Labyrinth Servant, full Vorse Virus, called by Absolute King Batjack, Nibiru, Lovely Labyrinth of the Silver Castle, and Permanence, double evenly match, and Compulse. As for the mill 10 after the 2 fairies, Misting Seedlings, Flourishing Hills, Tactics, Earth Statue, Changing Seasons, Feather Duster, Imperm, Awakening Forest, Raigeki, and Flowering Fields. Backjack, let me take a look at your hand, by the way. Chain the Backjack for the welcome. Gamma Seal, Lovely Labyrinth, Lightning Storm, Compulse, and Evenly Match. And in all honesty, I chose Evenly Match. We literally cannot lose the Board Breaker. Or we cannot lose to Board Wipes. Vera, revive, Earth Statue, forcing my opponent to do Welcome Labyrinth. And this is the biggest mistake that I made, was banishing Changing Seasons just because I have too many Vernusylph monsters with different names from my graveyard. So as a result, no bonus from the Earth Statue. Ariana gets negated by Vera. Oh, would you look at that? Never mind. Even though the misplay happened about not getting Earth Statue, as long as I got that hand information, I am definitely feeling fine. And this next matchup, this hand, we are definitely working with something. Flourish Hills, toss out Flower Buds, revive Flourish Hills, get the Field Spell. Field Spell placed for Banishing. Flower Buds for Vera. Awakening Forest, discard Flower Fields, toss out Agido, revive Awakening Forest. Metal 5, get back the Flower Fields to hand off from Field Spell. Numerons as it seems. Ash, Lava Golem, Max C, Numeron Wall, Planet Pathfinder. And then Kelbeck for more mills. Peckertops, Change Your Heart, Changing Seasons, and Tactics. More mills later. MST, Numeron Network, Lava Golem, Gamma Seal, Limiter Removal, Impermanence, Keldo, Tactics, Dino Wrestler, Coelosalot, and Thawing Mountains. Two together for Alverditch. Alverditch into Drill Driver. Set the Flower Fields and set the call by because of Changing Seasons in Graveyard. Lightning Storm, the back row. Call by the Planet Pathfinder in case if he has one. Raigeki. Drill Driver. Revive Flowering Fields. Numeron Network. Changing Seasons, all of them back. Vera. Thawing Mountains, Awakening Forest, Flourishing Hills. 1, 2, 3, 4. All of them together. Underworld Goddess of the Closed World. Skill Drain the Vernusylphs. Set 1. And then Keldo's targets. Full Bloom, Change Your Heart, and Vera. Two together for Jaja. Now, Jaja, for some reason, based off from this board state, it made me think, for some reason, I thought Jaja is going to deal with Underworld Goddess just to get rid of it by banishing it. But then all of a sudden, I just realized she is unaffected by everything else in terms of activated effects unless she gets targeted. So my plan B is try to stall out as much as I can. Jaja, have Flourishing Hills for the battle immunity. Jaja and Awakening Force for Asa. Flourish Hills, go back to hand. Asa Link for Kaiju. And Destiny Hero Decider, normal. Dark Warrior, level 4. 16 attack, 1000 defense. Level 6 or higher, monsters your opponent controls cannot target this card for attacks. You can only use each of the following effects of Decider one time only. If this card is normal or special, add one hero from graveyard to your hand during the end phase of this turn. Otherwise, when a card or effect is activated that would burn damage to you while this card is in graveyard, as a quick effect, return this card to your hand, and if you do, make that effect damage To you, 0. Underworld Goddess over Kaiju. And Decider for 16. Set 1 and Hard Pass. 16. 3,000. Activate Changing Seasons for Awakening Forest. Underworld Goddess, negate. Misting Seedlings, ditch Flourish Hills, get Awakening Forest. Special Summon Pankratops. Now, as for the battle phase, originally, the idea with this combo involving the Pankratops itself, my original game plan was attack over Decider, and then Pankratops tribute itself to Spot Removal Goddess. But because my Pankratops is level 6 or higher, most cases being 7, Pankratops is not allowed to attack the Decider. So I am forced to tribute Pankratops to get rid of the goddess after all this time to deal with. Set Awakening Forest, set in Perm. And then next turn, Numeron player timed out. Numeron player timed out. And this next matchup, this hand, weird. Area 0, normal summon Ray. 0, target Ray. Ray tag out. Show me Shizuku. There's the Shizuku. Effect Veiler. There's the Engage. Welcome back to 2, by the way. I am super excited that in TCG land, I already have the Striker stuff ready to go. Same goes for Master Duel. Super excited about this. And Ash. So Effect Veiler, Engage, Ash. And of course, pick up the Engage. Engage trigger. Get the Widow Anchor. And 2 set. Shizuku. And Perm from hand. Prevent picking up something else. Call by on Array, just so that she can't come back. Field Spell. Thawing Mountains, ditch Kyoto. Revive. Field Spell, target Shizuku. Linkage. Take off Shizuku. Whoa. There's the Kagari. Kagari. Get the Engage. Kyoto. Put the Engage back to the deck. Change your heart, the Kagari. Thawing Mountains on itself. I think the effect activation off from Thawing Mountains happened already. So let's see. 17 and then 11 and then 11. Yeah, that effect of attack twice has already resolved. So what the opponent could have done was activate Thawing Mountains to attack twice, chain the Widow Anchor, just so that the attack twice was not going to happen. But at the same time, it's Vernusylphs. People have zero clue about how their on-field effect works. 2 together for Ulsa Link and 1 set. Hornet Drones. For Hayate, Changing Seasons, Revive Thawing Mountains, Full Bloom, Kickback Hayate, and as a former Sky Striker player, let's just say I can't be teaching my opponents new tricks. And this hand for this next match, I'd say it's okay. Awakening Forest, ditch Flower Buds, toss out Agito, revive Awakening, mill off the 5. Okay, Necros. When it comes to Necros, they are a series of ritual monsters as well as their Necros ritual spells. Mission of the deck focuses on having their rituals out, obviously, and put up the most insane beaters to keep your opponent in check from playing this game. So, Necros. Mission of the deck, they are all about the rituals, as well as discarding themselves to do something, and then their on-field effects to do something in terms of the rituals. Now, onwards to study Necros. Necros was one of those decks that when the Secret Forces first came out, that deck has already shelled out around the range of $500 to $800, even to almost $1,000 by itself, only because that deck is shorted for one, and on top of that, it was extremely began to populate during the Secret Forces era. That deck has already became tier 0. So what did they do at that time period? Sure, it banned, like from limited and banned, Unicorn to 1, Brio to 2 at that time, and then the rest of the stuff, I believe in TCG land, it's either full power or something was missing off from the rituals in terms of cards at 1. But if this isn't the case, let us go ahead and jump into the guide of Necros. So 5 main deck monsters, 3 spells, 9 rituals, and 2 pendulums. Let's just knock out the pendulums out the way. Can pendulum summon except Necros and Zephyra, so basically pendulum summon the main deck guys. And then Zephyra Saber. Tribute this from hand or face up. Tribute monsters from your hand or field. Put up a ritual summon of Necros. Zefraxa. While this card is in your hand or graveyard, if a face-up Necros or Zephyra cards, spells included, that isn't Zefraxa, gets killed by battle or card effect, while it's in your monster zone or pendulum zone, special summon this. And then hard ones on the pendulum guys. Sure it. The key piece that leads the entire rituals. If you ritual summon exactly 1 Necros with a card effect that requires you to use monsters, this card can be used as the entire requirement, which is bananas. Upon tributing by a card effect, add a Warrior Necros ritual from deck to hand. Great Sorcerer of the Necros. Tributed by a card effect, add a Spellcaster Necros ritual, and then if this card is banished, send one Necros monster from dead to graveyard that isn't the Great Sorcerer. So Foolish Burial upon being banished. Once per turn and only once that turn. So one effect or the other, can't do both. And then sure it is the search effect is once. Dance Princess of the Necros. When it comes to Necros ritual spells, once they are played, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to Necros ritual spells. So most cases, the Necros Kaleidoscope, Mirror, and Cycle cannot be chained once played while Dance Princess is on the field. Necros rituals cannot be targeted by opponent's card effects, and upon being tributed by a card effect, target one of your banished Necros that isn't Dance Princess, add it back to your hand. Aerial Priestess of the Necros. Once per turn, reveal any number of Necros cards, spells included. Increase or reduce this card's level by the number of revealed cards until the end of this turn. Upon being tributed by a card effect, add a Necros monster from deck to hand that isn't a ritual. So most cases, the main deck or the two pendulums. Exa Enforcer of the Necros. Tributed by a card effect, add a dragon type Necros ritual from deck to hand. Upon being banished, target one of your banished Necros monsters that isn't Exa, special it out. One effect per turn and only once that turn. One effect or the other, can't do both. The three ritual spells. Mirror, Kaleidoscope, Cycle. Obviously, ritual summoning, no further explanation about this. Aside from the entire tributes and the ritual summoning gimmick, basic. So, the twist of how the requirements goes. Tribute monsters from hand, field, or banish Necros monsters to perform the ritual summon from hand. Kaleidoscope, tribute one from hand or field, or send one monster from extra deck to graveyard. Also, after that, ritual summon any number of Necros whose total levels exactly equal the level of that. And then Cycle, on the other hand, tribute monsters from hand or field, then ritual summon a Necros ritual from hand or graveyard. And then the Necros spells share the same thing, which is if you control no monsters, banish this, add one Necros monster from graveyard, add one Necros spell from dead to hand when it comes to Mirror. Kaleidoscope, same thing. And then Cycle, same thing as well. Necros ritual monsters. Necros of Unicorn, aka Fabled Unicorn. Upon discard, target one Necros card, spell included, in your graveyard that isn't Unicorn, add it back to your hand. While it's on the field, shuts off the effects of your opponent's monsters that were special summoned from the extra deck. Catastor. Upon discarding, target one Necros monster in your graveyard, special it out. While it's on the field, at the start of the damage step, if a Necros monster, including Catastor, battles an opponent's face-up monster that was special summoned from the extra deck, kill it. Necros of Gungnir. Upon discarding as a quick effect, target one Necros monster you control. It cannot be killed by battle or card effects. While it's on the field, Discard one Necros card, spell included. Target one card anywhere on the field, kill it. Oh, and as for the names, by the way, Ally of Justice Cataster and Gungnir Dragon of the Ice Barrier. Necros of Valkyrus, aka the Fabled Valkyrus. Upon the hand effect, declares an attack off from an opponent's monster, banish one Necros card, spell included, from grave, and discard this, negate the attack, end the battle phase. And then while it's on the field, during your main phase, should be up to 2 monsters from your hand and or field, and if you do, draw the same number of cards you tributed. So most cases, Valkyrus is the OG Magician Souls before Magician Souls was ever a thing. Necros of Clausulus. Upon discarding, get you a Necros spell trap, mostly a spell, from dead to hand. And then upon being on the field, as of Mist Valley Clausulus, as a quick effect, target one face-up monster anywhere on the field that was special summoned from the extra deck until the end of this turn that targets attack becomes 0 and effects negated. So the earliest years of cross domination before cross domination was ever a thing in terms of extra decks. Necros of Brionic, aka Brionic Dragon of the Ice Barrier. Upon discarding, get a Necros monster from deck to hand that isn't Brionic, and then target 2 face-up monsters anywhere on the field that was special summoned from the extra deck, shuffle it back into the deck. Necros of Trishula, aka Trishula Dragon of the Ice Barrier. When a card or effect is activated that targets a Necros monster you control, as a quick effect, discard this, negate the activation, and first chance Trishula gets Ritual Summon, Trishula does the exact same thing as the Synchro version. Does not target, by the way. 3 cards going to get banished, 1 each, all from hand, field, and graveyard. The hand is chosen at random. Necros of Decisive Armor, aka Ally of Justice Decisive Armor. Upon discarding, during either player's turn, target 1 Necros monster you control, it gains 1000 attack and defense until the end of this turn. While it's on the field, target 1 set card your opponent controls, kill it, and if you do, banish it. Necros of Arid Bear. If I recall this Arid Bear right, I believe it's Dragonity of Arid Bear. In this one, upon discarding, tribute up to 2 Necros monsters from hand or field, and if you do, send that many Necros cards from dead to the graveyard, so Foolish Burial. And then when a monster effect is activated as a quick effect while it's on the field, tribute 1 monster from your hand or field, negate the activation, and if you do, banish it. Extra nice. Necros of Sophia. Most cases, Sophia, Goddess of Rebirth. In this one, she does something extra different upon the ritual summon requirements. Must be ritual summoned from your hand by using 3 monsters with different types, and no other ways. During either player's main phase 1, upon discarding and 1 Necro spell, your opponent cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck during this phase, which is gross, and first chance she gets ritual summoned, banish all other cards on the field and in the graveyards. No normal summon set or special summon other monsters the turn you do this. Other than that, that is all the Necros cards covered. So, as for the mills off from Agido, Brionic, Trishula, Mirror, Clausulus, and Preparation of Rites. And then Imperm, Coilus a lot, Flourishing Hills, Vera, and Thawing Mountains. Normal Mudora. Link off the 2 into Alsa. And we do not have Changing Season, so keep the cards in hand. Necros Mirror, banish Colossalus. Get the Kaleidoscope. Kaleidoscope. Heraldal Arclight. Get out the Unicorn. Arclight, getting Brionic. Brionic, getting Shurit. Cycle, Mudora. Targets are Double Brionic and Trishula. Sending off Shurit for Decisive Armor. Shurit, getting Brionic. Decisive Armor over Alsa. Alsa, getting Earth Statue. Unicorn. Should be the 2. Are you actually kidding me? Archlord Christia? If you have exactly 4 fairy monsters in your graveyard, outright special summon it. Basically, the idea is so that Christia sticks the landing on the field, no one special summons. And then if this face-up card will be killed from field to graveyard or sent from field to graveyard, place it on top of the deck instead. Normal Earth Statue, Raigeki. Earth Statue 4000. Game State Simplified. Christia top deck. Kaleidoscope, banish Decisive Armor, getting Cycle. Brionic, getting Unicorn. Cycle, banish Brionic for Kaleidoscope. Aerial Priestess of the Necros. You know what? That is absolutely fair. The fact that she is a normal summonable with 1,000 or more attack, this turns off the special summon of Earth Statue just so that the Necros player can play the game again. Kaleidoscope, Arclight for Unicorn. Arclight, getting Brionic. Misting Ceilings, ditch the Pancratops to search. Ash, keep it in check. Figure I'd take 2 extra cards. Corolla, Flourishing Hills, discard herself, getting the field spell. Revive Vera, field spell. Vera, take Unicorn as an Earth. 23, 24. Vera, revive Earth Statue. And the Necros player is stuck. And this next matchup, this hand, I think we can fix that. Corolla, trigger, Awakening Force, ditch itself, toss out a Guido, revive itself. What? I don't know why the impermanence in the first place. Ghost Mourner and Moonlit Shield, double Junk Synchron. Omni Dragon Bro Tower, Doppel Warrior, so up against Synchrons. And then Bell, Feather Duster, Flourishing Hills, Pancratops, and Flower Buds. And 1 set. Raigeki, Changing Seasons for Flourishing Hills. Normal Junk Converter. Monster Reborn to Junk Synchron. Junk Speeder, of course. Junk Converted for Synchron. Jet. Necro Synchron, aka Fleur Synchron. Another Junk. And Stardust. Stardust. Getting Arriving Light. Clear Wing. Synchro Dragon. Crystal Wing. Converging Wheels Dragon, aka Majestic Dragon. Magical Mallet. Crystal Wing over Flourishing. Change your heart on Crystal Wing. Switch to attack. Awakening Force at 18. Raigeki. Crystal Wing. And Awakening for the damage. 48. Opponent at 32. And then opponent scooped. And this next matchup, this hand, we got a lot of discard to do. Also, discard Pankratops for Coelis a lot. Free special, Awakening Force, Ditch Mechanical Hound, toss out Agito, revive the Hound, Agito, mill into 5. Okay, Skull Servants. Foolish, double Lady in White, White Baking, and the King. Keldo and Perm, Awakening Force, Vera, and Mudora. White Baking, get the Prince, get the King, toss out the White Prince. White Prince, toss out Lady and Skull. Two together for Bark. Locked and loaded for spells and traps. White Prince, banish 3 for the King. White Princess, toss out the Prince. Should be herself. Lose some attack power. White Mare for the Lady. King, as I take 6,000. Traps are back on. Barrier from a different dimension. Put the skulls back. Call by on the boss girl Vera, while I call by the King. And Keldo as chain 4, Vera go back, 2 ladies go back. White Baking, White Mare, White Princess, go back to the decks. At 3,000. And if you are wondering how did King was unaffected by everything else, despite being called by, it was because of Lady in White, aka Skull Servant Engraved. Face up level 3 or lower zombies on the field that isn't Lady in White, cannot be killed by battle, also unaffected by back row. Two Kings for Princess Sprite. Princess Sprite. Okay, that's quite the catch. Solemn warning. Downard. Gloss out. Downard. Jealous. Set Flourishing Hills. Hound over Downard. Nothing for the Skull Servant. Normal Awakening, flip up Flourishing. Awakening at 18, 28, 18, and 2. Two together for Alsa. Solemn Warning at 9. Nothing for Skull Servant. Mechanical Hound for game. And I also found it pretty fitting that dogs do love to chew bones. And last but not least, this hand, it's something. Hand Destruction, Nibiru and Witchcrafter, while Imperm and Feather Duster are being discarded, just so we could get the 2. Set Pitor, ditching Pot of Acquisitiveness, target 3 banished monsters, no matter whose, shuffle them back, draw 1. Hard once on Acquisitiveness. And then Pitor for Shmieta, Pitor, banish, drew and discard Paltery, Shmieta, get rid of the buy streets for Madame Vare, Shmieta, Foolishing, Holiday. Holiday, but go spell to prevent that, buy streets, to make Vera safe from battle or card effects once, and I believe that was the new card, Confusion, Confession, back to hand. Misting Ceilings, discarded with Vera. Get Flourish. Revive Vera. Masterpiece. Target and add Holiday. Vera, Mind Control Vare. Vare, discard Confusion, Confession. Tactics. Let me take that Vare from ya. Flourish Hills, discard Earth Statue, get Awakening Forests. Revive the Duck. 2 together for Alsa. Alsa, take Paltery. 2 together. For Mrs. Radiant. Normal Awakening Forest. Double up Vera to 58. And this is lethal. So guys, that's gonna do it. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And if you haven't already, hit that notification bell to keep yourself constantly updated. And I'll catch you guys with a little bonus clip.